Hi everyone, myself Vamsi Krishna. In this video, we are going to see how can we install a Jenkins master that spawn slaves on demand with AWS EC2. Basically, we generally have couple of requirements like when Jenkins doesn't have enough slaves for running pending jobs, it needs to increase the number of slaves. When it has more slaves than running plus pending jobs, it needs to remove sleeping slaves. These are the requirements which we will have generally, right? Either it will have number of pending jobs or it have more slaves than the running plus pending jobs. These are the couple of requirements which we will have generally. Now what we are going to do is we are going to implement Jenkins master and then we will create Jenkins slave AMI and we will write a pipeline which will use this slave on demand. Whenever it is needed, it will use that slave. Okay. We will get started with the implementation steps. First, let me create a EC2 instance, which is nothing but Jenkins master, and we will install and configure Jenkins in that. Go to instances, launch instance. I am selecting Amazon Linux 2 and t2.xlarge, and you can say review and launch, and click on launch. You can use the key pair which you have with you. And I will name this server as Jenkins master. I'll grab the IPv for public IP and connect to this particular server using MobaXterm session SSH. Mention the remote host, specify the username, go to advanced SSH settings, browse for the key pair and click on open. Click on OK. Become root user using sudo -i. Now you can update the system and install Jenkins. Now the system is updated. Now we'll go back to Jenkins installation wiki page and install the Jenkins. You can just type Jenkins install on RHEL or CentOS, both are same. Go to the wiki page, installing Jenkins on Red Hat distributions. And we have couple of steps here. We need to download the repo and we need to download the RPM key and import it, and we need to just say ym install Jenkins. These are the 3 steps which we need to do. I'll copy and execute them one by one. Now Jenkins is installed. We can start the Jenkins and then register the service. Service Jenkins start, we will check and then we will see the status. This is not running because we don't have Java installed. Let us install Java as well. Now Java is installed. You can just check Java Hyphen version, or you can directly run Jenkins. Anything is fine. Java Hyphen version, I have OpenJDK 8, and now I will start Jenkins. Service Jenkins start. Now the Jenkins is started. We will check the status. Service Jenkins status. Jenkins is running. Now you can register the service using chkconfig command. Now we have a running Jenkins. Now we can go to browser, and before that we need to add the security group. Go to security group of that particular server and click on the security group ID and edit inbound rules. Add the rule. You can add the rule for 8080 because your Jenkins is running on 8080. And scroll down, save rules. Now again go to EC2 screen. Grab the IPv for public IP. Go to browser and say EC2 instance IP colon 8080. You will get Jenkins sign in page, and it will ask you to unlock Jenkins password. Copy the path and go to the machine EC2 instance cat that particular path. Copy the password and go to UI and paste it under the administrator password section. Click on continue. Now select install suggested plugins. Now you can create a username. I will create Vamsi Tech Tutorials or Jenkins. Save and continue. Save and finish and start using Jenkins. This is your Jenkins home page. Now we are done with master initialization. Now what we can do is we can start creating a new server, and then we can do the couple of software installations on that server, and we can create a AMI for Jenkins slaves. Click on EC2 instance one more time and select Amazon Linux to AMI. This AMI we will use for Jenkins slave. Select t2.xlarge, review and launch. And launch. You can name this as Jenkins slave. Grab the IPv4 for public IP of slave machine. Go to MobiXterm, click on session, SSH, remote hostname, specify username EC2-user, advanced SSH setting, browse for the key pair. Now we need to switch to root, and we need to add base dependencies Java, Git, Docker and Maven, so that when we try to run CI/CD pipeline, we need these softwares. First we will install Java. Along with Java, there is a package called Java-1.8.0-OpenJDK DEVL as well. We will install both the packages. And then Git. Now go to OPT folder, download Maven and configure Maven environment variables. You can say Apache Maven download, go to Maven website. Latest version is 3.6.3. Go to binary tar, copy the link address and just say wget that particular URL. Now extract the Maven tar file. And now we need to copy the Maven directory and we need to set the environment variable under vi. We need to edit or we need to create a file /etc/profile.d /maven.sh. You can keep anything .sh. I'm just keeping maven.sh. Here we need to add an environment variable for maven underscore home. Export maven underscore home equal to /opt /apache maven 3.6.3, and this maven underscore home we need to add to path environment variable. Export path equal to $path colon $maven underscore home /bin. Now save and close the file. Source the path. Now just type mvn-version just to check whether it is configured properly or not. Okay, Maven is configured properly, perfect. Now we need to use Amazon Linux Extras command to install Docker. Amazon-Linux-Extras install Docker. Now this will install Docker and then we will register Docker service and we will create a AMA from there. Okay, now we will register the Docker service chk config space docker on. Done. Now we have all the base dependencies set. And finally, you need to add EC2-user to Docker group. User mod -a-g Docker EC2-user. This is to avoid permission denied exception when you are running Docker commands from the pipeline shop. Now we have all the base dependencies. Now we can go to AWS Management Console and create a AMI from here, and we can use this AMI for our Jenkins master. We can name it as Jenkins slave. And I'm increasing the size, I'm making 30 GB. And you can click on create image. Once you create the image, you could find the AMI ID, we need it. Copy the AMI ID. You can drop your instance, we will not use it anymore. Whatever the instance we created, once the AMI is ready, we can drop it. Once AMI is ready, you can drop this one. Now next thing what we need to do is, we need to configure Jenkins master to use our new AMI for spawning slaves on demand. We can now finish our master configuration. First, we need to install a couple of plugins. Go to Manage Jenkins, Manage Plugins available. Look for pipeline AWS steps. Pipeline AWS steps. And then you need to look for Amazon EC2 plugin. Install without restart. Now go back to the top page. Now we need to add AWS as a cloud provider. For that, go to Manage Jenkins, Configure System. At the bottom of the page, add a new cloud. And select Amazon EC2 and complete the form. Choose a region, instance type, label. And configure AWS credentials. Mention the ID, access key and secret ID. If you already created IAM user, you will have AWS access key and secret access key with you. I have created the user already. Let me copy access key and secret access key. Click on add and select the Amazon EC2 credentials. Next, select the region and then select the EC2 private key pair. We are under US East 1. That's why I selected the region as US East 1. And key pair, select the key pair. If you have already PEM file with you, copy the PEM file content and paste it under EC2 key pair section. And next, click on AMI ID. And mention the AMI ID description. And mention the label as well. Select t2.xlat. And we have remote file system root. We mentioned EC2 users home folder and user we mentioned EC2-user. Now mention the label as well. Mention SSH port as 22 and label also you have to mention. I am mentioning as Jenkins so that the same label I will mention in CI/CD pipeline. Now we need to set ideal termination time. If you mention ideal termination time to -5, Jenkins will check continuously after 55 minutes until 60 minutes. If the slave becomes ideal during this time, the instance will be terminated. Now click on Advanced to find the tags block. Add a tag with name Jenkins-slave. Value you can say 1. Name you can say Jenkins-slave. You can click on save. Perfect. We have a running master that can spawn slaves on needs. Now we can really test this behavior by creating a CI/CD pipeline and really use the dynamic slave concept which we just created some time back. Click on new item and say Jenkins slave CI/CD pipeline and select pipeline. Click on OK and go to pipeline section. Under the pipeline section, paste the content of your CI/CD pipeline. I have a CI/CD pipeline. If you observe, I mentioned agent label as Jenkins. And I got the code and I am building and I am pushing it to Docker as well. Click on save. Click on build now. But before that, you need to add Docker Hub credentials as well. Go to credentials, click on add credentials and select username with password or secret text. Secret text, here you mention Docker Hub password. Click on OK. Now we have AWS credentials and Docker Hub credentials. We'll go back to our CI/CD pipeline job and click on build now. Once we click on build now, go to console output and we will see the logs. Initially it says Jenkins doesn't have a label, but it takes some time to create a new EC2 instance and it will run the pipeline job on the newly created EC2 instance. Slowly you can observe in the EC2 screen, a new server will be created now. Yeah, we can see AWS management console so that a new AMI will be created. New server will be created with the AMI we have given for the Jenkins slave. You can refresh the server section. A new server will be created. This is the dynamic slave AMI which we added. We'll wait for some time so that it comes to 2x2 checks. Yeah, now we have 2x2 checks. That means our slave is ready, we can go back to Jenkins and go to nodes section. In our pipeline, it will show Jenkins node. You can click on that if you want to see the logs. If you see, it is trying to connect to the Jenkins slave. Once it connects to the Jenkins slave, it will run our CI/CD pipeline job onto the slave. And once the execution is finished, our slave will be terminated automatically. You can see it is trying to connect through SSH. We need to wait until this slave becomes active and our job has to run on this slave only. Now, if you see, it is launching the remote agent. Okay, now our slave agent has been launched. Now we can go to our CI/CD pipeline job and we'll see the execution will start on the slave which was launched now. See, it started Maven build everything, and now it is doing Docker build. Docker build is also success, and then it will push to Docker Hub. It is pushing to my repository. Success. Perfect. That means we are able to see how to launch a dynamic slave, and using dynamic slave how to run a CI/CD pipeline. And now once the job is success, our slave will be ideal for some time and it will get terminated automatically. We can see that as well. Once the slave is ideal, the slave will get terminated automatically. We can see that as well. We will go to AWS instances screen and we can observe that slave will slowly start terminating. I think we mentioned -5, as I said in earlier when we are discussing about the requirement and configuration. As we mentioned, -5, it mostly takes 55 minutes to 60 minutes to terminate this instance automatically. It depends upon the time frame you give, but the way we set the ideal termination time to -5, Jenkins will check continuously after 55 minutes until 60 minutes. If the slave becomes ideal during this time, the instance will be terminated. Now we'll go back to instances screen. We will try one more time. What I will do is, I will pause the video until this gets terminated. Once it starts the process of terminating, I will resume the video again. Now as 55 minutes passed, now the instance started shutting down. This is what we are going to do. Whenever you do a build, it will launch the agent, it will finish the execution, and whenever any ideal time is there, if there is a ideal time for slave, and if it is not doing any work for more than 55 minutes, the instance will be terminated. Thanks everyone for watching this video. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel.